If you ever want to know what someone's true colors are, call them out on their BS. So yesterday, I'm waiting on a long line of cars. Okay, so there's a lot of cars in front of me, a lot of cars behind me. Getting into a lot of details, usually the lines do tend to get very long. And that's why if you don't want to be all the way at the end of the line, you get there a lot earlier. As I'm waiting on the line, this woman strategically puts her car right in front of mine. So basically, she not only cuts me off, but she cuts off like the 30, 40 cars that are behind me. So I was in my car. In that moment, I was listening to Zen music. So I wasn't in a bad mood. I was in a good mood. I was uplifted. I was calm. But she did cut me off. I get out of the car. I walk up to her window. I go up to the car and I tell her, did you realize that there is a long line of cars behind me? I'm like, and you just cut me off along with all these other cars. She looks at me all innocently, right? And she's like, well, that's not what I was doing. The reason why I put myself here is because I didn't want to block any intersections. So I said to her, yeah, all of us waiting in the car don't want to block any intersections either. That's why we're here earlier. She didn't know what to tell me. So she's like, well, I could easily just wait for all the cars to go and then just go at the end of the line. So I said to her, yeah, well, why didn't you do that? So she kept going on and on about it's not what I'm thinking, that she didn't strategically put her car in front of mine to cut me off. She just didn't want to block any intersection. To her yapping anymore, it was actually giving me a headache. So I said, you know what? Whatever. I went back into my car, continued to listen to my Zen music, and I thought it was the end of it. Well, apparently I struck a nerve, and she didn't like being called out on her BS. So about 10 minutes later, the cars start moving and she puts down her window. She takes her arm out of the car and she starts screaming at me to just go ahead of her. And so at that point, I was just simply ignoring her crazy because I just wasn't in the mood. And I turned around and I said to her, no, go ahead. Well, apparently she didn't like that either. Because then she started to scream and yell at me, calling me an effing bitch. And then she proceeded to tell me, who the F do you think you are, you effing bitch? Which is quite interesting, being that she just cut me off and about 30 other people that were behind me. But it's interesting, isn't it? When you call someone out on their BS, their true colors come out. And I am not a confrontational person, nor do I even care about her cutting the line or whatever the situation. It's just that people do things like this all the time, and it's not about the line. It's about the lack of acknowledgement of other people. They feel like they are the only ones that matter. So everyone else that was there early to get on the line, we're the idiots. We're the idiots because we follow the rules. Because she just shows up, pulls a little U-turn, cuts right in front of me, and there you go. And we're all supposed to shut up about it. No one can say anything. No one can call anything out. Because if you do, you're made to feel like you're the wrong one. And so at that point, I just let her call me an effing bitch if it makes her feel better. I'm just so glad for that Zen station in my car because it really makes a difference.